Joining me on Startup Report today is Jill St. Thomas, the co-executive director of Tampa Bay Tech.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I think I'm going to start calling you the three-quarters director. I think Daniel, he's been dialing it in a little bit lately. Every time I talk to him about anything, it's like, oh, Jill does that, Jill does that, Jill does that.
That's very nice of him to hand it to me.
He's living the executive lifestyle. So the three-quarters executive director.
It's real fat working in nonprofit, you know. You get a lot of perks for sure.
Yeah, all the kittens and that you want from. So exciting events, PoweredUp. We love it. I guess we should say that when the Catalyst started, Daniel and I did some TEDx stuff in the past, and when I had the idea for the Catalyst, he was one of the first people I called. We got together. He was very supportive, very enthusiastic, and then once we got stood up, then you guys came on as really our first partners of note and partners in crime of note, and it's been a pretty good ride so far.
I would say so. Yeah, we were happy to see somebody writing about technology in the market with a real positive story.
Yeah, and I was shocked that it hadn't been done enough. I was like, oh, really? We can do all this and meet these people and tell these stories and interview this person, and hell yeah. Let's go.
It's interesting too, isn't it, that a lot of the technologists, especially C-level folks, being interviewed and being on a podcast is not their thing.
Right.
But I feel like they've been very open to sharing their stories with you. You have a gift of connecting with them in a way that's non-threatening or intimidating.
Well, and I think I have some geek quotient. For sure. MIS degree, and can talk it a little bit. So yeah, it's been great, and PoweredUp is now its third year, and it's quite a big event. It's no small thing. Just the whole Mahaffey pretty much sold out for all of tech's best and brightest coming together.
Yeah, we like to call it like a 2-day conference crammed into one afternoon.
And so, what are the origins of the PoweredUp event? How did that come about? How did it end up at the Mahaffey?
Yeah. So we realized that we were one of the few kind of tech metros in Florida that didn't have a tech festival. Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando. So we started small. We did an event actually over here at the Hilton in St. Pete. And it was a half day of content followed by luncheon. And we thought, well, we'll just start super early. We'll cram a lot of stuff in and we'll see who shows up. So we started at 8, doors open. We were like, it's, people show up whenever. We didn't anticipate. And it was standing room only in all the breakout sessions. And we realized that there was kind of a need to connect as a community a little bit more than we were doing, and in a different way. So kind of getting away from the social networking pieces of content and more into how do we serve our technologists who really want to dive deep and can handle diving deep, frankly, from a content perspective. So after that event, we worked with the Mahaffey over in St. Pete, and the reason that we chose the Mahaffey is that it's, their group is so easy to work with. Anybody that's put on events knows it can either be a joy or you're ready to punch yourself in the face at the day of the event. And they're just delightful. They're so thrilled to be working with us, and they are so accommodating with whatever our speakers need or what we need. So, and it's easy to get to. That would be B. And then C is it's beautiful. I mean, there are very few places you can go hear a breakout session and be looking over the water at gorgeous boats and sunshine. So,
and you really do make use of a lot of the different areas in there for the breakout sessions.
We do. It's that main stage and that theater is just stunning. You can't find any space like that here, and it's really interesting to kind of see that juxtaposed with these really deep dive technical talks. But yes, they have a lot of kind of little nooks and crannies that they've let us use and sort of said, "Hey, have you ever done this here?" And they're like, "No, try it, see if it works." So. It was a natural choice for us to kind of start there.
And I guess we should, just for those who may not know, the PoweredUp is put on by Tampa Bay Tech, which used to be called Tampa Bay Tech Forum. Technology Forum. So can you give just a quick review of what you guys are?
Sure. So we are we're heading into our 19th year as the Tech Council for the Tampa Bay area. So we're a nonprofit organization, 501c6. And we are board-led, so we have a board of directors, and then member-driven. All of our members, pay dues to become a member of the organization. And it's generally speaking pretty large companies, Jabil, Tech Data, who are members of the organization. And then we kind of connect with their different groups, C-level folks, tech teams, HR, and marketing. So really, we see our role as sort of a connector for all the different voices and activity happening here in the Tampa market, and how can we best kind of propel the growth that we see happening.
And what do you put your membership count at now?
We have 110 members this year.
And then does that sort of break down into individual members? You just sort of just count it at the company level?
We do company-only memberships for a while. This is going back probably 6 or so years with the organization when we were Tampa Bay Technology Forum. We had probably 13 member levels. We were charging students. We were charging startups. And a few years back, when Daniel came on as chair, he was like, this is crazy. Who are we trying to serve best here? And it was really those big enterprise companies. So the board really worked with us to make it super simple. And even though we don't charge startups or students for membership, they can still come to all of our events. We're very kind of open to the idea that everybody has a role in the landscape here.
Yeah, and as this is a startup report, I guess we should highlight some of the stuff you're doing with
Sure.
startups. And you'd mentioned that you allow any startups. Who are some of the startup type organizations that you're partnering with?
Yes, so I would say Tampa Bay Wave, Embark, the work with Lakshmi, Tech Garage, Innovation Center. We really have partnerships with pretty much anybody that's in the startup space here. And as I said, we don't feel that by nature, startups don't have a lot of money to spend, right? So we're not interested in charging those folks to come to our events, but we know that there's a lot of interest in having access to some of especially the leaders that are building these, huge companies here in Tampa Bay. And so we really just have kind of an open door with all of those partners in terms of if you need something, ask if there's some connection point we can help make or help find speakers to come and, talk to your folks or mentor. We're happy to do it.
And I think you've set up a special engagement at PoweredUp for your startups.
We have. So all of those folks have a free, discount code to attend along with students. And we have some kind of really special breakout sessions. 2 of our keynotes have agreed to do a very small kind of one-on-one Q&A with our student groups and some of the startups as well. So that's going to be what an opportunity to get to talk to guys like Otto Burkus and Spence Murray and sort of ask them really pointed questions about when you started this company, did you hit this roadblock and what did you do about it? So,
and Otto is one of the inventors of the Xbox.
Yes.
And Spence is chief
Instigator, the best title out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. Yeah. So they, part of when Otto, this is his second year coming to PoweredUp. It's Spence's first year, but Salesforce is a new partner of ours in the last 12 months. And they were both so great in terms of, agreeing to come. They're going to do a keynote session, both of them. And then sort of what else can we do while we're in Tampa? So we said, do you want to see some companies? Sure. How about if we brought you some startup folks to talk to? Sure. Anything we asked them to do, they were completely thrilled to do it. So we're very fortunate.
Salesforce is on fire. Right now it's just unbelievable how much they were already big, but
yes,
innovating so well lately.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I will say the part of PoweredUp that I'm now looking forward to the most is our first ever award.
Yes.
And a lot of business news platforms like to do awards, sometimes many, 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 many awards. Yeah. We're starting with one.
I think that's smart. Don't dive into like a 4-hour luncheon right away. You know what I mean? Save that for a few years down the road.
Yeah, and we may never do it.
I hope you don't, but I'll come anyway, just so you know.
Thanks. But, we thought it was appropriate that since you are our first partners, that if we were going to do an award, and we do partner with as many people as will have us. And
right. We do too. I get that. Yeah.
But I think it's a great celebration. So it'll be the Tech Catalyst Award, which combines, sort of our two names, and it's gotten kind of fun. I had Duncan McClellan in and started talking to him. I want to do something again in the spirit of being different and innovative. Ran the idea of a custom glass award by him, and of course he's super famous, busy, but he referred us to someone who's a really strong emerging artist named Nikolai. And Nikolai Morse, who has a piece in the Imagine Museum. And so Nikolai and I are working together on a custom glass award.
Very cool.
Which his specialty is filling the awards with different sorts of electrifiable gases that light up.
Be real careful carrying it out on stage.
Yes. Yeah. So it's, akin to one of those balls you had, at the science museums when you were a kid where you put your hand on.
Is your hair going to stand up when you carry it out?
I don't know if it's static electricity. I don't know. I'm probably not going to carry it. I'm going to ask Daniel to carry it out.
I would. That's fine. Yeah.
It's like if he gets laid up, hurt, or whatever, I think Tampa Bay Tech will probably not even notice, right? So, just
so
kidding,
mean.
Daniel.
Sorry, Daniel. Sorry on Joe's behalf.
So I have a vision of a dark Mahaffey theater with a glow-in-the-dark Catalyst logo.
It's very cool.
What else could you want?
Yeah. Nothing. I think it's a great opportunity to, hopefully this will be the first in many, but where it becomes one of those things that's associated with this event. Maybe we work it into our award show, at the end of the year, and it becomes one of those things that people want to be up for, because it speaks to kind of the uniqueness of you guys and how you've made really great stories out of what could be a really small story, in my opinion. And just getting somebody to open up for 5 minutes can really illuminate something extraordinary happening here. And this award seems similar to me. Like, there are people who, even our award show, we're very traditional with CIO of the year, Tech Company of the Year. And Catalyst, it kind of embodies something unique that maybe in any other show, there isn't really an award that's made for you, and our show's giving somebody that opportunity. So it's very cool.
That's cool. And speaking of telling stories, as we did previously, we'll have our cameras set up, and we'll be capturing stories out front and in the back. But specifically for the folks watching, come. And we'll be doing on-site hustles. We'll be doing on-site influencers. We'll be collecting different feedback on the tech community, so everybody will have a chance to interact and share their story.
How many people did you talk to last year? Could you even guess?
Dozens.
Yeah,
dozens. We're always working around. We had capture some good content from some of the speakers, so that was a little bit of a logistical thing, bringing them out, and of course it's noisy, and the noise is actually part of the fun, because having that vibrancy and energy in the air. But at the same time, I think it'll also be good to have some more focused time backstage to really dig into some deeper topic, as
I agree,
as we're wont to do. So
yes,
it'll be a nice mix of both.
Yeah.
And we'll be bringing, this is Startup Reports, so we'll be bringing pitch lists there as well, and a few other little endeavors that we're part of will all be sort of in our booth. And
cool.
It's May 23rd. Approaching quickly.
Yes.
You still seem pretty calm.
Couple weeks. I'm always calm about this event. I do feel like it always sort of karmically works out, and it's beautiful. And we've had, speakers swap out at the last minute, and nobody really ever knows. I'm like the duck that swims on the pond. I look very calm up front, but underneath my feet are going like crazy. So no, it's great. I mean, it's just the energy around the event is always so positive. And we have, from a content perspective this year, it's just so unique. We're having, we talked about Spence Murray already and Otto. They're both coming in to really talk kind of innovation, but from different angles, which will be really, I think, a really kind of wide-reaching story. And then for folks in data science, we're getting really technical in that area, and some breakouts. Cybersecurity, same thing. We have a great emerging tech track that's really highlighting some of those things you hear buzzword-wise, but you don't really know how is this actually practically being used and developed here in Tampa Bay, and what are the impacts kind of nationally, globally of those technologies. So it's our best year ever. I mean, we're really lucky that it's growing the way it is. And I think our members are, excited to come out and spend an afternoon just kind of getting out. I think a lot of us get really like head down, insular, you're working hard and getting your stuff done. But having your boss say, hey, I want you to go learn some stuff and bring it back for us tomorrow is cool.
No doubt.
Yeah.
If it's the place to be, if you have any interest in tech whatsoever.
Yeah.
May 23rd at the Mahaffey.
12:30.
12:30.
Happy hour 5 to 6.
Can't just come for happy hour though.
Yes. No. I mean, we would prefer that you didn't, but if that's your thing, I'm not going to say no.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll look forward to it. And thanks for stopping by. And thanks for being a great partner since we started.
Thank you. My pleasure.